Hey everybody out there, and welcome to another episode of Nostalgic Nick-Nacks. My name is Ryan, and on today's video I am going to be looking at doing a comparison between Super Mario Galaxy on Super Mario 3D All-Stars versus the new release of Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. I'm going to be showing you what is going to be the difference between these two releases. Because Nintendo did something a little confusing and they released these three games about 3 years ago, and then they just went out and released Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. And I've heard that these titles are in 4K and 60 frames per second. And this one, not so much. And you'll see it in the footage, definitely choppy. But I'm going to compare these two, use roughly the same footage, and then come in at the end and tell you more of my thoughts. I'll also be talking throughout the video in a voiceover so you can get my play-by-play of these two and how they stack up against each other. And also, I just want to say that I have not played either one of these games in the past, never had them on the Wii, never even had a Nintendo Wii. But I'm jumping into them today to give you that analysis, and then I'm definitely going to be playing them all the way through. Let's go ahead and jump into the footage, and then I'll see you at the end as I wrap everything up. Okay everybody, here we are on the title screen, and I have to say I'm really enjoying Super Mario Galaxy's background a whole lot better than Galaxy with the All-Stars collection, the original way they did it. Everything just looks a whole lot better, and these moons actually look brighter on Galaxy 1 and 2, so, you know, if you like bright moons, they're looking better. Also, the cursor on All-Stars is very confusing to figure out, and so you kind of see me struggling here trying to point the controller. As I was playing with the Pro Controller, I definitely was having some issues. Much more straightforward on Galaxy 1 and 2. On Galaxy 1 and 2, they actually have an assist mode, which kind of acts like the one in Super Mario Odyssey, where you can have the second player collecting things, in this case, collecting the stars. So here we go into the intro of the story. I love the way this gives me Yoshi's Island feels here. Love that game, and this brings me right back to that storyboard opening of Yoshi's Island. So not a whole lot of differences here between the two releases, as you can tell. Pretty much the same layout. So here we are going into the game. So this is roughly cut, kind of give you a overall good idea of the differences. So if you look over there in the distance, you can see the flowers are much more detailed in Galaxy 1 and 2. Things actually kind of slow down in All-Stars for me. I'm not sure what happened there, but you can see I'm jumping real slow. I don't know what happened. On the other hand, Galaxy 1 and 2, it's running beautifully. Very smoothly, 60 frames per second, no issue. Jumping on a Toad's head just because I can. Everything else kind of looks similar. The textures in the distance are not too different. But as we go up to the peaks of the castle areas, the houses, you can see that things are much more detailed on the right with Galaxy 1 and 2. The shadows look different. They're looking much better. And you can see the water looks really great. Quick view of that, and here's a big difference here. So during the cutscenes on All-Stars, you have the letterboxing going on, and on Galaxy 1 and 2, it is more of a full screen effect, which I like, I prefer. Have a little action sequence here with Mario, which I don't think was in the... Well, there it is. It's a little bit further behind, I guess. There it is. Some nice water effects going on. The smoke from the fire looks really neat. Wasn't as much in the first release here on the left. And let me know down below if you're catching anything I'm not. This is my first time kind of doing a side-by-side commentary, so let me know. Bowser looking ferocious. Got his lightning going on here. And you kind of see the side-by-side here. The UFO in the sky. Very strange to see in a Mario game. Now these two look pretty similar, but you can see a big difference there with her eye. Much clearer on the right side. Just a quick look at that. So here we go. Just running around with Mario. All the toads are going crazy as they usually do when there's a catastrophe. Nice lighting on the grass. A little more detailed and flatter looking on the All-Star side as you would expect. Galaxy 1 and 2 is in 4K on the newest release, which is really cool. I'm glad they decided to do that. And here's the UFO, and we have some more detail on the castle. If you can notice that in the distance, there seems to be a little bit more going on there. Grass in the distance is looking better. A little more darker on the right side. There's Peach getting knocked over a little bit. Tried to cut everything together pretty good here, but still missed some things, but it's okay. You get a general idea of what's going on. And currently we have a UFO lifting the castle. What will Nintendo think of next? Had a few sound issues on the left side there with All-Stars, so I had to go out of the game and go back into it. So there's the castle being lifted off to space. Mario. Alright, and the videos, like I said, are a little bit wonky here, but tried to get as close as I could. There's Mario waking up on the planet, and on the left side, we're getting there. There's the Luma, I believe, turned into a bunny. And there's Mario. So you can see there, again, we have some more detail on the flowers on the right. Even the bunny was more detailed. Mario's jeans were more detailed. I mean, look at the gene difference here. Really neat. Neat to see that they put some work into that. I mean, you think about it, they want to release a game and make some good money on it. release it with enhancements where people want to buy it. And as I'm running around here just a little bit more before I finish the comparison, I just want to say there's more stars, it seems like you can see on the right side, and on the left side it is a little more dull, but it's brighter definitely on the right side. You can see that bunny is more clear, way more clear. So if you have a 4K TV, I'd recommend getting this and trying it out on that. Maybe one day I'll get one, but this is looking pretty good for a standard TV from 2014. So anyways, that's about gonna do it for the comparison. Hope you enjoyed the way everything kind of happened here. And even though I didn't get quite right, you got a good feel for what things are looking like on the two different versions. And I just love that you had to chase a bunny just like you did in Super Mario 64. Can't get enough of chasing bunnies around, or rabbits for that matter. Alright everybody, so I hope you enjoyed this video today and it helped you to make a purchasing decision on whether or not you're going to buy this new release. I think the cover looks really great, but overall it is such an improvement, as you saw in my comparison from the 3D All-Stars version, and definitely a huge step up from the Wii version. So now we're in 4K and 60 frames per second, and it looks and runs very smoothly. So I think it was worthwhile to look at these two, and hopefully you did it as well. Let me know down below if you have any questions or anything else I can clear up for you. If you enjoyed this video today and you want to see more videos like it, I've been doing a whole lot of Switch 1 and Switch 2 comparisons, so taking a game, playing it on the Switch 1, and then seeing how it's improved. If that sounds interesting to you, check it out. And I appreciate all of you for supporting the channel. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I pray that you have a fantastic day. Until next time, go out and grab you Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 and have some happy gaming.